All right, let's just get right into it. If you've got curly hair, you know the struggle is, well, it's real. Detangling can feel like this big, epic battle you're just doomed to lose every single wash day. But what if I told you the problem isn't your hair at all? It's your brush. So today, we are going to break down the ultimate guide to getting those tangle-free curls, all based on some serious in-studio testing by the experts over at HairBrushy.com.
I mean, expert Ed Shears just nails it with this quote, "Snag City." We've all been there, right? That awful feeling of a stiff, rigid brush just catching and pulling and basically fighting your beautiful curls every single step of the way. It's a pain we all know way too well.
But just imagine this for a second. What if you could actually glide a brush through your curls with zero yanking, no tears, and absolutely none of that dreaded snap sound? Yeah, that sound. It's not a fantasy, I promise. It's what happens when you finally use the right tool. And that's what this is all about, getting you to that happy hair place.
So what is the big secret? Well, it all comes down to one word: flexibility. The experts found that the absolute key is using flexible synthetic brushes. And honestly, this is a fundamental shift that can totally change your entire detangling game. It's the core idea that's going to change how you think about your hair care.
I mean, the difference here is just night and day. On one side, you've got those rigid brushes. We're talking breakage, yanking, and just fighting your curls. But on the other side, you've got flexible brushes. They glide, they protect, and they adapt. See, they work with your curls, not against them. They move around the tangles instead of just ripping right through them.
Okay, so you're probably sold on flexible brushes by now, but how do you pick the right one? Because not all of them are created equal. Turns out there are 4 essential features you absolutely need on your checklist before you even think about buying one.
Here they are. First up, bristle flexibility. You want bounce, not stiffness. That's what prevents the breakage. Second, shape matters. You know those curved designs? They follow the contour of your head for way better results. Third, it has to be water safe, because detangling in the shower with a ton of conditioner is a total game changer. And finally, handle grip, because let's be real, wet hands are slippery.
All right, so now you know exactly what to look for. It is time for the main event. We're about to reveal the top 3 brushes that didn't just meet all this criteria, they absolutely crushed the real-world tests that Ed Shears put them through.
So which brushes actually made the cut? Well, after a whole bunch of studio testing on everything from 3A spirals to 4C coils, it all came down to these 3 champions.
Here's a quick look at our top 3. You've got the Tangle Teezer, the Wet Brush, and Crave Naturals. Each one has its own unique strength, from being a great all-arounder to having these ultra-soft bristles. So let's break down what makes each one so special. Coming in at number 1, it's the Tangle Teezer. This thing is the gold medal winner for a reason. Ed Shears actually calls it the Swiss Army knife of curl brushes, and you know what? It really lives up to that name.
And here's why everyone loves it so much. First, it flexes with basically zero resistance. The source says, like a yoga instructor, which is perfect. The extra long teeth get right down to the root of the tangle without any pulling, and it's designed perfectly for in-shower use with conditioner, which is exactly when you want to be detangling.
But you want proof? Here's the proof. In their studio test on wet 3B hair, it cut detangling time in half. I mean, half. And maybe the best part of all, no snapping sounds. That right there is the sound of healthy, happy hair.
Okay, next up, our silver medalist, the Wet Brush Original Detangler. This is another incredible option, a huge fan favorite, and it really stands out for its unbelievably gentle touch.
So its secret weapon is these ultra-soft IntelliFlex bristles. They're designed to be super adaptable, so they bend and flex around the tangles instead of just plowing through them. It's also really lightweight and comfy to hold, which makes the whole job that much easier. And hey, it comes in a ton of colors.
And here's a great pro tip straight from the studio. You don't need to press hard at all. Just let the brush do the work for you. It's great right after a shower, but it's also perfect for refreshing your dry hair between wash days.
And rounding out our top 3 is the Crave Naturals Glide Through Brush. Now this one might look a little different from the others, but let me tell you, its performance on some really tough tangles was a fantastic surprise.
So what makes it so special is this unique cone-shaped design. It actually separates strands sideways instead of just pulling down. This makes it incredibly gentle. It's a top pick for kids, or really anyone with a sensitive scalp. Oh, and it's super affordable, but doesn't feel cheap at all.
I just love this quote from the tester. Real talk,
I didn't expect much from this one, you know? It just shows genuine surprise, and that builds so much trust. This brush seriously proved itself under pressure, and it earned its spot by totally mastering even thick, tight coils.
Okay, so we've looked at the science, we've gone through the checklist, and we've met the top 3 contenders. So, what's the final verdict? Here is your clear path forward to finally getting those tangle-free curls.
So look, if you have to pick just one, the expert's final crown goes to the Tangle Teezer. Calling it the Swiss Army knife of curl brushes, I mean, that's just the perfect way to sum it up. It's versatile, it's effective, and it's super reliable on a huge range of curl types. So let's end on this thought. You've seen all the evidence, you've heard from the experts, you didn't come this far just to go back to using a brush that makes you dread taking care of your amazing hair, right? The right tool is out there, and now you know exactly what to look for.